going to be so much fun. So many squats. Let's see. Just a quick intro. This is a stream of my workouts. I'm doing a body transformation this year. And the thing that sets my body transformation apart from others is that I'm not taking any sort of supplements. That's no creatine, no protein powders, no protein mixes, no pre-workouts. Just trying to get all my nutrients from the food that I eat and just see how it goes. So far it's been good. I'll let you judge at the end of the year what you think. All right, gonna be jumping into just squats. Gonna start out with some body weight squats. Just remember, this week I've started going back to doing higher weights, lower reps. So everything's gonna be, shooting for sets of 10 and so on. So here we go with the body weight squats. I definitely was very sore this weekend. Hold on one second. What's up? All right, I'm back. Sorry, just one of my lovely children woke up, but should be all right. As I was saying, is last week on Thursday I did my leg day, and then on Friday I did a workout trying to see where I was at as far as being able to knock out a Murph, and I did 300 bodyweight squats that day, so that was pretty rough. Rough recovery over the weekend. Definitely was a little stiff. All right, gonna grab the 30 pounds, 13.6 kilogram dumbbells. Right before working out, I was thinking about vampires as one normally does. And I thought one ability that doesn't really get discussed of the vampires, it's not like the worst power, is having no reflection. And how much time that would save you in a day if you had no reflection. I mean, if anything, that probably contributes to why vampires are so alluring. Is they just like have to constantly have you get what you get attitude. They like don't seem self-absorbed. Like you'll always notice if someone checks themselves out in a mirror or if they seem insecure. But as a vampire, you have to be supremely confident in the way that you look. So it's a hidden secret power to have no reflection. Just be like, you get what you get. Just hadn't really considered it before. Even if you're not supremely vain or egotistical, when you like walk past, a mirror or a window and you catch a reflection, you look and then sometimes you see something and you're like, oh man, like that hair's out of place or something's wrong with my nose or something. And then that's in the back of your mind for at least 10 minutes, not longer, that something's not right to get a chance to fix it. But a vampire, it's not that. It's just like, yeah, it is what it is. Deal with it. I used to really like vampire lore a lot when I was younger. Before Twilight, like I liked Anne Rice for a long time. That interview with the vampire was pretty good, but I liked the Lestat character a lot. But I always thought that Anne Rice wrote the character Louis as the ideal version of herself. Like if she was perfect and could abstain from temptation, which is Louis' whole deal, trying to be pure and holy as a vampire. I think that's her ideal self. But I think Lestat is who she really is. Because Lestat's all about justifying why he's not evil, even though he gives in to his appetites. And that was interesting. Trying to justify giving in to temptation and appetites. And I feel like that seems to me very revealing about Anne Rice as an author. If I ever meet her, I'd like to ask her that. If I'm accurate in my deduction. All right, so this is 65 pounds, which is 29.48 kilograms. Ahmet Aid. don't know if I'm saying that right. Hi. That's hi. Hi, back. You a big Anne Rice fan at all? Ever read any of her vampire novels? Or more of a Twilight fan? Or neither? I did like with Anne Rice the way she described the vampires as never becoming better people. That Lestat realizes you only become, or you only become more of who you were inside. You never become an ideal self. That was good. A good assessment of not just vampires but people. I don't think people are basically like vampires or evil. I think that people have some sort of characteristics that they are born with, personalities and stuff. And they have to figure out how to best use those skills and traits, not to just their advantage, but the advantage of those around them. Like, how are you going to best mesh with society? And life, I think, is partly about figuring that out. Well, that was hard. Ahmet asked, what time is it here? It's about 12:47. So around noon. You? Where are you out in this crazy world of time? I've always said I like the color black. It's like my favorite color. And I couldn't really tell you why I exactly liked it. And it seems like, oh, it's like dark or foreboding, but I'm not particularly dark or foreboding. But I was playing Call of Duty this weekend and adjusting my TV settings to optimized for contrast. And I thought, man, what if it's like you like black this whole time because black makes contrast possible, so you can see things more clearly. Black does bring clarity to borders. I've been thinking about that off and on. That's the real reason for liking black versus, um, a lighter, more joyful color. And then I also thought about maybe I also like contrast because when I was younger, my vision wasn't good. So anything that made it easier to see or differentiate objects, I gravitated towards visually, which would have made black and more color that I appreciated more. So then I wonder, what if people's eyes determine what colors they like on a very simplistic reason that then goes on to color their personality more, versus the other way. You would tend to think that your personality colors or determines what colors you like. But what if it's really just how well you see determines the eye color preference? And there's a more simple reason. Let's go on for sets of 8. Or sorry, 10. That was 8. I'm gonna go down to 55 pounds. People in this platform watching sexy girl. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. Not sure what you're going for with that statement. You're saying that people primarily use Twitch for that? It's possible. Hold on, my kids is calling me. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, this is the 55 pounds, 24.95 kilograms. Oh, man. So I have this theory on I have this theory on serial killers where they say that a lot of serial killers, they find a commonality is that they had some sort of head trauma, and they think that that somehow damaged their brain, allowed them to become serial killers. I have one theory that I think, like, I've been knocked out and I've had my share of concussions when I was younger. And one of the things that's weird when you come through having a concussion is how much people have to tell you about what's going on around you. And they have to really paint a picture again for you because you get so disoriented, you don't remember anything. And it's like being reintroduced into like a video game. So it feels like you're stepping into something that's not real. And I wonder if that feeling of things not being real leads to that disassociation that allows for them to take someone else's life and fixate on that. Just a thought. If you've never been concussed, I'm sure you don't completely relate. But it's also that same feeling when you wake up and you don't know where you are. But more so because sometimes when you're concussed, you don't really know who you are for a second, like any details. It would just make the world seem fake. Mm. Oh man, gotta love Love leg day. This is why I'm not worried about doing the 300 squats with the 20-pound vest. So I've already done 30 squats with the 30-pound dumbbells. So that's 60 pounds. I did 28 squats with a 65-pound dumbbell. So that's 130 pounds. And I did 3 sets of 10 with the 55 pounds. That's 110 pounds. So I think doing 300 squats with just a 20-pound vest is very doable. The running a mile afterwards seems like that'll be harder. But my dad doesn't think so. My dad thinks it'll be not as bad as I think it is. He thinks running the mile will be okay because it's different muscles. My dad's always had 2 rules growing up. And the first rule was dad's always right. And the second rule my dad would say is, in case he's wrong, refer to the first rule. That's my dad's 2 rules growing up. All right, time to go down to the 50 pounds. All right, 50 pounds, 22.67 kilograms. Mm. All right, a second. That was rough. That was just 8. Just 8. I want to make sure that I don't screw my knee up again. My form's starting to get a little shaky. Oh. All right. Here we go. All right, gonna go down to the 40 pounds. All right, gonna go down to 40 pounds. I gotta knock this out pretty quick though, which is convenient because my legs are about shot.